Hey guys, friendly neighborhood doc here on Sunday afternoon. I just thought I'd talk to you for a few minutes about the movies that my wife and I went and checked out this weekend. So we did go see The Forge, which I talked about on the channel a couple of weeks ago, and we also went and saw Transformers 1 in IMAX. So I want to start by talking about The Forge for a few minutes. Um, Guys, I try to keep it lighthearted here. I try to stay on point talking about comics and movies and things that are not heavy, but I've got to say about The Forge, it was an excellent movie. Now, your mileage may vary whether or not you call yourself a Christian, whether or not you believe in Jesus Christ, but I thought it was a very solid movie about helping a young man find his path. And it's about mentorship, which a lot of young men, no matter what their religion, grow up without. They don't grow up in communities that support them, that have family members that support them, or even have loved ones of any kind, whether it be family members or, just somebody to help them find their way as they age. So, this is the story of Isaiah, and Isaiah Wright has come to that age of 19, and his mom's pretty much telling him, hey, if you're going to live here, you've got to support, yourself. You've got to help me out around the house. You've got chores that you have to do. You got to clean your room. You got to take the trash out. You got all these things you're doing, and instead you're just sitting there around playing video games all day. And I get it. Video games are fun, but you've got to help out around this house because you're not a child anymore. You're a young adult, and you've graduated from high school, and it's okay if college is not for you because it's not for everybody. But you are going to support, at least your own habits and what you do in this house. So he goes to find a job and runs into an older gentleman who ends up mentoring him. And he's just trying to find a job. That's all he's trying to do. He's not trying to find spiritual awakenings or anything of that nature. But instead, he finds somebody who invests his time in Isaiah. Mr. Moore invests his time in Isaiah as a person, not as a worker, not as a worker bee. I'm not trying to help you get to be a better employee for me. I'm getting you to be a better employee for your entire life. I'm helping you to be a better young man. I'm teaching you duty and loyalty and honesty to yourself. But at the end of the day, the most important thing that I took away from this is that men, just like women get online and you see them on social media, that women need to support each other rather than tearing each other down. I think that men should do the same thing. If I can succeed and then I know a way to help another man, whether he be younger than me, older than me, whatever, I can help him succeed and provide a better life for himself and his family if he has one, then why not? Why should I tear him down in order to possibly find myself in a higher place? Why should I badmouth somebody to a boss just so that it makes me look better so that that person gets passed over for a promotion? Because at the end of the day, no matter whether you believe in Christ, whether you believe in something else, the truth is, if you step on people to get where you're at, then it's going to come back to bite you. On the other hand, if you always are there with a nice hand to give someone who's having a hard time, it will be repaid in kind when you need it and when you least expect it. So if you want to see something positive, whether or not you're a Christian, if you want to see a positive movie with a positive message that teaches people about responsibility and growing up and just gives a good story, then check out The Forge. And when you get to the end of the movie, they actually have a thing where if you enjoyed that movie, you can gift another 10 tickets, either to somebody that you know or even anonymously. You can gift as many tickets as you want at $15 a pop so that other people can see this positive message spread out into the world. So I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. I can't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray, DVD, whatever. I will probably add that to my own collection at home. Now, for the second movie, we went to go see Transformers 1, but not only Transformers 1, but Transformers 1 in IMAX. So glorious, glorious IMAX. And the tickets that she bought were pretty close to the front, so we got a front row seat for the whole thing. And I've got to say, I went in rather skeptical about this. I am a G1 purist. I was upset that Peter Cullen wasn't the voice of Optimus Prime. But at the same time, I have to say that this movie more than pleasantly surprised me. I was more than pleasantly surprised to find out earlier this morning that it did not surpass Beetlejuice at the box office in Beetlejuice's third week at the box office. Michael Keaton and company managed to overcome Transformers by $1 million. But everybody was thinking that Transformers was going to compete a lot more strongly, especially since Beetlejuice has been out for a while. But this is the origin story of Orion Pax and D16, also known as Optimus Prime and Megatron, to all the Transformers fans. This had excellent voice work by Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, had Steve Buscemi in there, John Hamm. Had a lot of different characters that you know, but then you don't know, because now you've gotten a different taste of them. The animation was good. It was not cheap. It was definitely worthy of being in the theaters rather than something that you just watched at home. Although that's another one that I'll probably add to my collection when it comes out, because it gave Megatron something that he ought always lacked. You always knew that Megatron had a purpose for why he acted the way that he did and why he split from Optimus Prime to form the Decepticons. But this movie actually finally gave him that backstory, and it showed you what happened. And it could happen to any of us. He held this one Transformer in such high regard that once he found out the truth about who this Transformer was, it shattered his entire reality and it shattered his trust. And he felt like he couldn't trust anybody ever again. Thus was born Megatron. And so it delved into the history of Cybertron in the ways that most people can expect. But then it added layers that you'd never seen before. Maybe you've seen them in the comics, maybe you've seen them in other media, but as far as in the animated series or, the main G1 continuity, you've not seen that history brought up in the cartoon. So that really, that was cool. That was a cool moment to see that happen, because I've always wondered, why did Megatron turn? I knew that he must have had a good purpose, but I didn't know exactly what happened. So there was action, explosions. It was very much like a Michael Bay Transformers movie, except it actually had a plot. So I have to give both of these movies A+, both for different reasons, of course. One fed into my fandom, one fed into my spirituality, but they were both excellent movies, and if you can catch them at the movie theaters, especially Transformers, since it just came out this weekend, please do. Please do. Go check them out. You will thoroughly enjoy those movies. And my wife and I had talked about maybe going and see Beetlejuice this afternoon, but we decided to wait, and we might check it out next weekend. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos and click and comment. If you have not yet, please like and subscribe to this channel. Let's keep growing it. And thanks for giving us the time and the attention and watching these videos. Take care, guys, and we'll see you next time.